Now let's see an example that uses an external class or any code. Very simple class. I'll use BMI calculator units. Look at the class here, very simple class. The class name is BMI calculator units. It has two static methods. Both are statics. One is going to calculate the BMI using metric, which is kilograms and meters. The other one is going to calculate BMI using English units, which is pounds and inches. And depending on which GUI control is selected, it will get the value from here. So here's the class BMI calculator, two static methods. One is calculate metric and the other is calculate English. Let's go to the GUI itself. Let me run it and then we go to the code step by step. Here's our GUI. Default is metric. If I enter 120 kilograms, 1.8, calculate BMI, I get this value on the label. I can change it here, 100, calculate BMI, and that's it. If you want English units, see what's going to happen when I select English. Even the text of the label will change. Weight will be in pounds and inches. And the method, now the method needs weight in pound 234, and in inches it will be, for example, let's say 77. Calculate, and now we get the BMI based on metric calculation, because I'm going to call the method in the class the method that uses English. So now we have two radius, labels, text boxes, one button, and label to show the result. Let's see this. Two text fields, one is weight and one is height. Labels, default value for labels is weight kilograms, and height will be in meters. Now I have two radio buttons, English radio units and metric units. So I have two radio buttons. I'll put them in one toggle group so that one of them can only be selected at one time. Since I want the default unit in this application to be metric, I will say metric units set selected to true. That's it. Now, if the user selects English, see what's going to happen. Let me run it and see what's going to happen when you select metric or English. English, the titles here will change. So how this is happening, here you can see the code. English, set on action. Let me show you both. Here, set on action. If English unit is selected, weight label set text pounds, height label set text inches. That's it. If I am sending it back to units, now you see kilograms and meters, and here is the code for the other one. See, so it depends if it's set on action. If it is selected, you change the text of the labels. That's it. Now, if you input a value here, 120, okay, and 1.9. Now, which method to calculate depends on which one is selected. If it's metric, the one that is selected, you call the first method in the class. Remember, our class has two static methods. Here is one, and this one for English calculations. So I'll go back to the GUI. I'll open the code also here. So set on action. If let's see here, calculate button, set on action. This is the BMI value. Event try. We get the values. Now we need to calculate the BMI. If English is selected, then we call the BMI class calculator, and we call the method that does the English calculation. Else means the other one, which is the metric radio is selected. We call the metric one, and we get the value. Once we get the value, we show it in the label at the bottom of the here. Look at this one now. Calculate this label, the one you see at the bottom. Let me make it English now. See, the titles change, or the text, and which method will be called. Let me make it 245, and here is going to be, for example, 80. 5 inches, calculate BMI, we get the value. But which method is called? It depends all on the selection from here. You can make it 1 or 2, depends on your choice. However, now at least you know how to call a class outside your GUI and get some values. Sometimes the calculations are very complicated.